Well, as you can see, we're by water again. We finally made it to Wisconsin at my parents' lake cabin. There's the cabin up there. And our van is parked just over on the side in a nice little sweet spot. So we have showers, we have all sorts of everything what we need. The basic necessities are taken care of, and a fly is landing on me. Anyways, so freaking nature. This episode, we're going to talk more about how we are making our book. It's been a very, very long process, and that's why Joe's not here with me right now, because he's up here working on the book. He is very stressed out right now because we're in the final stages and the deadline is fast approaching. Everybody's asking for it. Our publisher's asking for it. So he's pretty stressed out. So I have now started working on the backgrounds for him and drawing, translating his sketches somehow. I'm not sure, but that's how we work. Yeah, we have tried all sorts of different ways of getting this massive project done. We have tried working jobs, owning businesses. We've been working on the book for a little over 2 years, like seriously working on it. We kind of played with it for probably about 12 years. It was in the back of our heads. We wanted to do it. And then when we got our publishing contract with Morgan James Publishing, actually 2 years ago, same time, right here at the cabin, we signed the contract, which was very exciting. But trying to figure out how to balance life with working on a special project, your mission project, this is my passion project. I'm kind of dragging Joe along with it. However, I'm giving him an opportunity to use his skills as an illustrator and an animator, and it's so amazing to watch how he puts so much emotion into his drawings. I mean, I love seeing how his work has developed over the years. With that being said, like I said, we've tried working jobs. We've worked a business. The business got in the way. We closed that business down. We thought we had a more freestyle travel job that would give us time to work in between, but we were booked every weekend. We were working from different cities across California, things like that. And it just took so much energy and thought process that it was just distracting us from doing our creative work. And we could feel that it wasn't in alignment with what we really needed to be doing, which was our book. So right now, we have not actually worked an official job for about 2 months. I have done some client work. Joe helped me a little bit, but that was remote, online, pretty quick. So we've been living off of like savings and credit cards. Not the right way to do it, but we're trying to just stay focused. That's why we keep going to these quiet, beautiful places. And water. I love the water. That's why it was important for me to get us up here at my parents' cabin. We are in the home stretch. Enjoy this episode. It's mishmash of different videos that we've put together over the last 2 or 3 years of us trying to get this thing together. So this is our process. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see you later.
I'm wearing a beanie.
A kitty.
I'm wearing a beanie because I'm going to be a beacon of light for everybody.
This is what I've been having to deal
My
with.
impression of a light tower. It only does 180 degrees. They didn't program it to do 360.
Okay.
Where are we? Austin, Texas. And it's below 50.
And
It's 55 right
and
now.
we have a cat that wants to get out behind you.
We're grateful to have friends that house us in their warm environment.
Yes.
So thank you.
Oh, for people that don't know, we're writing a book about when our journey through my healing process. But actually pretty much more of our relationship of how we had to deal with everything. Your side of the story, my side of the story. And what we had to deal with going through all of that stuff.
2 artists together. Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are getting closer with
yep,
the book.
Our next deadline for our book is January 4th. I think they moved it up because after doing the cover, they realized how specific we are with some of our design. Because we're not used to having somebody else design things for us. That's Joe's side of the book.
See it? There you go. You read it.
You read the whole book. Well, the middle part. So okay, we're just gonna jump to this part right away.
I don't know. Sneak peek.
Yes. So I had to. Oh my goodness! I had to help Joe. You needed a director, huh? I need a director.
Yes, I'm a maker, not a creator.
No, you're a creator, not a maker.
Well, you make it.
Make it happen.
Well, what's the difference?
I translate Joe's creativity. Sometimes I don't even understand it.
I like to just get like part of it's taking orders, but also executing those orders.
Right.
And if I have too much creativity, I think I just get confused.
Yes. So backtrack a little.
It's like
Never mind.
Ant-Man. If you've seen the movie Ant-Man and you shrink yourself to the point of where you go to the what is that realm they call it?
The quantum realm?
The quantum realm. That's what happens when I have too much creativity and no direction, to no order. It's chaos. It's the quantum realm. I am completely lost, confused, and I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm okay with that until
we have deadlines and contracts with a publisher. When somebody's actually telling us that we need to finish. Oh, now we're in a different movie. Anyways, until somebody tells us that we need to hit deadlines and stuff, that we need to get moving, which is good because we actually do better with deadlines, don't we?
You do better with deadlines.
Yeah.
Yes.
So backtrack. I was trying to do. I think it was around June. We signed our contract with Morgan James Publishing, which is a New York publishing house. And I found out too. I did a little research on Wikipedia that they get about 5,000 submissions every year, manuscript submissions, and they only publish 150 of them. So for us to be published by them, woo! I like numbers.
Thank you, Morgan.
And so to see those numbers, I was like,
thank you,
wow.
David.
We almost blew the opportunity too, and
yeah.
Yes, we're very excited to work with Bethany and Gail and David, the owner,
David and Richard
and Jim.
Right? Jim.
Yep. The whole design team and our arm, our author relations management team. They're having fun trying to deal with us. Working on the cover, right?
I'm working on the cover.
You had to have the designer move the E over 2 clicks. Because we were trying to keep it to the 200 page count, but when we checked with the publisher, they said just go keep letting Joe be creative and flow.
Yeah, I was like sitting there drawing. I'm like, is this right? And they're like, just keep going. And I'm like, okay,
but how do we put the words like
right?
How do we design it?
And you'll get it. You'll
just keep going.
Right,
we're like,
right. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
but I just
it's not like they didn't like it, so that's cool.
Oh, they're really excited. I checked on you and your progress, and you were kind of missing the center of the book.
It's either like I didn't want to deal with it, or I just didn't know how to deal with it.
Because that's the toughest part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think also I'm a little bit more stronger in direction of the story.
Look, you're the boss. That's just what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know.
That was the nice way to say it, I guess, right?
Right. Yeah. You're the foreman and I'm the miner. Miners, not miners.
Movie quote number 3. Anyways.
I've got some meat in the body of the context to work on. Then
Is it keto?
And you're helping you're helping me dial that in.
Well, the storyline, it starts with us falling in love and happy and how we met and stuff. And then at the end, it's how we're happy again. But it's that tough stuff in the middle that's hard to draw and hard to write. It's
also emotionally hard because I'm like this, like, it's like when you're drawing, it's like you were there. And it's like, why am I doing that?
Reliving it?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just wrote it. I just wrote it in descriptions, but you're actually drawing it so you can see it.
Yeah.
And it's actually hard to see, like for me to see the drawings too. When you finish a chapter?
Yeah, I have this like, I feel bad, I feel ill or whatever because like I don't like doing it. Like I don't like bringing back because I can remember mood, temperature, feelings, everything about it, and it's like I just am a person that just wants to just move on, dude. Like,
But I'm making you go back and
I know, so
relive this to document it to help people.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is like weird, but I'm finding ways to get an outlet, so I'll just start back into yo-yoing to kind of get that pent up energy out after
Recharge yourself.
Recharge or whatever.
Something.
Yep.
But yeah, you put a lot of emotion into these pages, and I appreciate you doing all this. Going to help a lot of people. But I'm really impressed with how you're portraying me in the mental state and my sickest, darkest points.
Right.
I like how you're going to portray my facial expressions.
You're going to see in this book, this is just kind of a little bit of instructions, and I have kind of the instructions in the beginning of it, but like I go through different t-shirts through my faces, and like even the t-shirts have like
there's a lot of Easter eggs in your drawings. Yeah.
But that's because I have to separate the older us, the mature us, the aged us that understands what we learned, if we knew then what we know now, and we're talking about the past versus in the beginning of what we didn't know at that time. So like this is the immature state of us as characters going through life and going through the different challenges and things like that. So how do you communicate that? So that's kind of how it's like, oh, this is little Joey at this point, and this is Amy in college with pigtails because she did the farmer braids.
Where we were before we met. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, she got me at farmer braids. That's just, I guess, what happened. Like that was like the fight on.
So did it help when I did the little? Because I've tried to give you direction, but I was speaking in my language. I wrote notes and stuff, and I wrote it on a spreadsheet. How's that work for you? Do spreadsheets work for you?
No, spreadsheets don't work for me.
That's what I was on.
No, you didn't do spreadsheets. You did
before. I did a couple months ago. I did.
Oh, that's what. Okay, you're talking about before that. All right, I got you.
But now, this last time that we sat down and worked on this, so there's some pages in here, so you can see some of the sketches and drawings, and then there's blank pages where I took notes that said, "Draw this here," and I put the pages where they should be. And did that help?
Yes.
Oh, you can't show that picture.
Yes, it did help. I mean, sitting down and talking about it just helped because your side had to match up, and our story kind of wasn't going the same time you went to the hospital visits. So I was like trying to figure out how to incorporate that, and I figured it out. And
so, what the next challenge?
I think what's frustrating with me also is that when I have an idea and I put it down there, it doesn't quite match up with how it looks like in my head, and I just have to keep kind of just. Like, I just want to put my hand, like, in my mouth, reach up in my brain and just shake it, like, smack it around a few times. Like, can't you get this? Can't you communicate with it? And it's like, I just, after trial and error, just keep drawing like this, like I said. So some of those drawings that didn't make the grade, you'll see, but the other ones that finally after, it just, like, you just had to keep doing it, had to keep going.
I kind of had writer's block for a little
Mhm.
while. After I finished the first draft, I didn't really want to touch it for a while.
This one
and-
you got to clean up. So I'm gonna show
Hey,
that
I
one.
was talking. The challenge of I just didn't want to get back to it and do the second draft. But then once we got the cover finished, it actually changed a little bit of the story direction. So I had to go back and fill in a few things, clean up some of the other stories. So that made it more cohesive. And then once I did that, I'm going to be sending to our editor soon.
You cleaned this one up really well.
Thank you.
It's really good. Like I'm looking at it, and it's like
I still have to do our shoes.
yeah,
Finish those.
yeah. There's just some elements and stuff that like Amy's design technical expertise comes in handy very well with clothing.
That's what I was trying to say. The next challenge is me cleaning up and inking and coloring, because I don't do it the way he's got it in his head. We've definitely had some arguments
Yeah.
on coloring,
Yeah.
because I don't color it the way he wants it to. Mine's too engineering. Because
Yeah.
there's been a few times that you just wanted to quit, right?
Yeah.
It's been either too emotional or just too frustrating.
Just can't do it. Like I hit that wall. That's like I can't do this. Like I don't know why. It's just like can't do it. Like I had a problem finishing things. So this is definitely a task that when you finish it, I know I'm going to feel so much better, but I'm not enjoying some of it for sure.
Yeah. It's been fun and creative, but it's also been a very big challenge of just pushing through and getting through a lot of it.
I criticize myself a lot.
And then I criticize you on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Artists, like, being an artist, I criticize myself. Like, I can do better. But I have to remember at the same time, it's still a process. Every time you continue forward, drawing and drawing, you do get better, and you just have to let go of that. But like I said, why don't I have this down, right? Like, and then you start to compare yourself to other artists you see like on Instagram and you just kind of, like say, well, this person can do it, but why can't I do it? And it's like, but we're all different. We have like, if we were all the same, it'd be so boring. So
and everybody's stories are different.
Deliver. Yeah. Someone else has something to deliver. I mean, and you just gotta applaud everybody's talents and styles.
Yeah, the whole process of doing this book together, telling that story of before, is actually a whole nother level of finding our happy medium.
Yeah,
and working together and finishing projects together, and I really think the energy flow is going to break open to a whole new level when we complete this book. And it's really, again, I'll go back and say is that it's just so amazing to work with Morgan James Publishing and what they've taught us to do. And just, it's stressful, but it's exciting, and they just keep reminding us to have fun with it.
For the challenge. Thank you so much for the challenge.
Yeah.
This is the hurdle that's going to get me there.
Just doing the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to see, like look back and say, I drew that? Like, I couldn't think I did that. Like,
well, we actually have it in our hands to have this as our story and something that we've been wanting to do for so long. And that, people believe in us, our editor, our publisher, like, believe in the story, that it is that important to share. And it's something that I wanted to do, and I thought it was important. And I think that your side of the story is very important to share too. So just this whole process is crazy and exciting and stressful, and but I know that it'll all be worth it at the end. I think it's been good that we've got each other to do this together in a way too, because it's helping us stay on track. Like, could you imagine doing this by yourself?
No, because I wouldn't finish it.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
Yeah. And I think from my side, like, just having that confidence, like you believing in the story too, and having the confidence to actually finish it and know that this is a story that people need to hear. And even if it just helps one person, I mean, I hope it helps a lot more than that globally, because they are planning on releasing this internationally as well. But just having you there to encouraged me to keep going with it as well.
I was just thinking about this too, but I think I'll get closure on going to art school. Like, was it worth it?
Oh, because you gave up your degree and you met me at art school. Yeah. That's all you got out of it. So by completing this, you'll feel like that your degree was worth it.
It's like, oh yeah.
Something that helps me with my endometriosis pain and also is going to help Joe draw part of our book, because this is how I met him, was with bib overalls on, and this is my first character in the book, so I'm excited to show him. Okay, Joe, I got something to help you draw. What do you think?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
You know what? Awesome. It also doesn't hurt my belly and my endometriosis.
You have to go back to overalls.
It's going to help me feel better.
Perfect reference to drawing you.
So it's for both of us.
Okay.
So I'm comfy and you get to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Turning into an artist.
I love you.
Love you too.
We were on the low for a while, for about a month, out in Oklahoma with some friends, just to decompress, be inspirational with work, art, doing a lot of really art. I love art. I can't lie. I love art. And here is the other Rolling Rogan, and she is coming in right now. We're actually at FedEx to make another copy of our working title book that is almost complete and finished, en route for August. That's right. But what I wanted to say was I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna have the opportunity. We are heading towards Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, but we're detouring. Right now we're in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, but we'll be in Nashville tomorrow. The reason why is because I'm getting to have lunch with a former animator from Disney, has over 30 years and plus experience in animation, is big inspiration to me. I don't know if I want to drop the name.
Not yet.
But it's pretty awesome. Thanks to Amy reaching out.
I'm awesome.
And in her bib overalls, as you see. So.
That ball, and it's kind of a squarish ball, and this is more for consistency. I would bring this in a little bit personally.
Okay.
That jaw, and I'm not this is me. I'm not big on big noses. Like, I would make that a tiny little nose, and that's going to look just cuter. And then I separate these eyes just a tad more. Now I'm redesigning. I'm sorry. And you're not going to redesign because you already did the book. So, but and actually, I'm going to try and make her a little bit older. I think the nose being a little smaller is going to feel a little bit older. Mm-hmm. But then also probably bringing down the forehead.
Right.
We'll make it a little bit younger.
Oh, I played the banks, but I played for the farms, so I played single A.
When you draw eyes, I know you draw you draw the circle and the line. Like, you draw above that line, right? So the whole sphere is just pretty much the upper part, and then this is just the bottom jaw kind of thing. Because I see people, like, sometimes they draw.
Are you talking about how to work with the circle?
With the circle, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody does it, and I didn't know this either. I didn't realize it, but not everybody does it the same way. And I have my own way, which is I'm a Bancroft girl, right? And so I'm not saying you need to draw the Bancroft girl, but I'm trying to work with what you have. But what I do is, like a realistic human, right?
Yeah.
It's usually the circle, and that line is about in the middle, and then they'll add the jaw, down here. And so then your eyes are about here, and it is on the bottom usually of the line that you put the bottom of the eye. To me, the animated version of that is, so I'll do the circle, and I'll put it low, because again, this is more the aerial proportions. So I have more room for big eyes.
Right.
And you're doing that too already. And I have tons of room for expression, so eyebrows and stuff like that. This would be the hairline. And then I can put the nose about here, and then complex and jowls down here. So I'm more like that proportions for a cartoon. So I'm going to tilt her. And so you're kind of going straight up and down and kind of 2D. I'd love to see just a little bit more of a form to this, but also this contrapposto kind of thing. So this is a great opportunity to get a hip out here, and hip here, and so you end up with, and again, just because it's college version and not little girl version. You do a good neck. I'm picky about necks. I have a lot of students that come in and they'll do like thick necks on these cute girls, and you're just like, no, sorry, that never. Like, you're more cartoony than I am, and that's, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm throwing in a slight bit more Disney structure, I guess you could say.
What's funny is I used to draw from the Disney Adventure magazines.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad would buy Disney Adventure magazines at the grocery store. I find myself just drawing like Chip and Dale, all the different from there. And they were hanging on the wall, and that's where it came from or whatever. That I adapted more of that to it. But
I did some of those.
I heard.
Not a lot.
Yeah,
it'd be kind of hard to find.
My dad encouraged me to go to art school, which was because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life after high school, kind of thing. So we believe in it, so that's good.
It really, man, makes such a big difference in an artist's life to have somebody very early on that believes in you.
Yeah.
He said I'm more on the cartoon comic side, so I'd like to explore that more instead of trying to make them fill in my style and everything. But if I feel comfortable drawing that way, it's good to tell somebody, say, okay, that seems to be the direction you're going, so go explore it.
Yeah, he didn't want to redesign your characters.
No,
he was just trying to.
I don't draw Disney. That's not like. I have leaning a little bit towards the Disney, but I'm more on the exaggerated cartoon loony kind of side. That's me. If I were to choose Cuphead versus Disney, I would choose Cuphead.
I liked the tip that it's good that you're teaching yourself and you're pushing yourself to learn the life drawing type stuff, but that basically don't push yourself too hard in that direction to finish the book. Like, go ahead and just finish it. And
That's pretty much, that's gotta be, we gotta finish it, but closure.
Yeah, you got some closure?
Yeah, I got some closure on that. Maybe that's what I need to just get that spark going or whatever. So I actually had not just a professor, professional industry animator, plus 30 years, animated some Cuphead.
That's
pretty cool. Look at my sketchbook and give me some pointers and give me some feedback, because that's priceless.
As you can see, we've had to do a lot of things to help each other through this process. Life certainly gets in the way, and we've had to just roll with it. We've had to pivot and adapt when needed, seeing what needs to change and keep us moving forward no matter what. Since we are in the final weeks to hit our deadline and we have a crazy amount of work to finish, we'll continue this to another episode. 80% of the work seems to be done in the last 20% of the timeline. I wonder what her reactions will be when it's done.